Scarborough Castle, lighted up for tonight's drone lights display. And that's the St. Mary's Church. So that's the Scarborough South Bay from here. Here we are in the Castle Scarborough. That's the castle. As we are going to see the first time that drone display would be done here. There you go.
Something else. That's a little bit of
So there's loads of people waiting now.
They're going to move it round a bit. Just make sure.
Ever been a drone display at any English heritage property anywhere in the
Coming up, coming up.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She was once a true love of mine. Imagine, it's 12:53, the 15th of August. That's right. Do up your coats and pretend it's summer. By royal charter, a fair of fine trade lasting 6 whole weeks from now until Michaelmas Day, September 29th, has been granted to the harbour town of Scarborough, and visitors travel from far and wide to this glorious part of Yorkshire. To trade, yes, and enjoy the festivities, but also to take in the sea air.
To watch the dawn rise over the bay, sundrops dancing on the waves.
To see our town, your town, this town, Scarborough. There's something about this place. It's not just because it's beautiful, and it is. It's probably beautiful here. But no, it's something else. Something warm and welcoming. Something that's kept people coming back year after year.
According to one legend, the one I like the best, our town is called Scarborough because of one Viking raider, Thorgils Skarthi. Its original name, Skarthi Bog, means Skarthi Fort. Imagine having a whole town named after you and your fort. Good job old Skarthi had a cool name, isn't it?
The oldest house in Britain was discovered outside Scarborough, dating back to the Mesolithic era. It is historically important to Stonehenge, and even the people that lived in that house were the first creatures to visit the town. There's been loads of fossils and footprints found around here over the years. The Rotunda Museum's full of them. Here, back in 2021, a large footprint, possibly from a T-Rex, was discovered on a beach here. Yeah, so now we know where dinosaurs came on their holidays. I'm kidding. I know they weren't actually on their holidays. They'd be rubbish with a bucket and spade for a kick-off. Little arms.
Those sandcastles would be terrible.
And they eat all the donkeys.
Scarborough Fair brought people to the town, but in those first few years, they wouldn't have been travelling far. That all changed in 1626, when a woman called Elizabeth Farrer discovered iron and acids in the waters of the South Bay. Because of her discovery, Scarborough was declared a spa town.
Don't we know it? Spa bridge, spa orchestra, spa water fountain.
And people started to come and taste and take the waters. Not sure where they were taking them to. Red? Who knows?
It means bathing in the sea, which they did. In one of these. A rolling bathing machine. Look at it, like a chalet on wheels. First seen here in Scarborough in 1735. Imagine a load of them being wheeled down the beach like stripy cloth Daleks. By the end of that century, as today, people were flocking to this little slice of heaven.
And all that is why Scarborough is known as Britain's first seaside holiday resort. Before anyone else in the country had a chance to do it, the first holiday makers to step confidently out of their chalets and into the North Sea, then scream a bit and step out saying, "No, it's fine, it's not cold, I just need a minute, that's all." Did it right here.
Have that, Blackpool.
Yeah, they might have the tower, but that wasn't built until the 1890s. And before that, in 1867, here in Scarborough, we had our own magnificent construction.
Harry Bob's Cave!
No, not Harry Bob's, the Grand Hotel, biggest hotel in Europe at the time. It's amazing, first of all, the whole thing's shaped like a V for Queen Victoria. There are 12 floors representing the months of the year, 52 chimneys for the weeks, and 365 rooms for the days, and 4 towers, one for each season.
At least they didn't have to walk up or down any cliff paths to get to the front.
Funicular, 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 echo sound afar. Funicular, funicular.
The funicular, or if you're my mum, that cliff tram thing, opened in 1875. And yes, that was the first one in Britain too. First seaside resort, first cliff tram thing. I hope you're keeping score, because our town has got so much more history than first meets the eye. Imagine being the first person to ride up the cliff in that funicular, the first to take in the views as you rose up from the sea to the Italian gardens, which are awesome by the way, the first to gaze out to sea, maybe seeing a dolphin or a porpoise.
What?
Hey, they do come here, you know, whales do, and seals, and the birds. Get out on the headland, look out to sea, there's guillemots, kittiwakes. I love birds, mate.
I thought you were on about the funicular.
I was, but
Never mind looking out for birds. You've got to press on. Besides, look at this place, Scarborough Castle. I know we're all here watching the cool drones and that, but just for a minute, look around you. Breathe it in. It's amazing. There's been a settlement on this site for thousands of years. Before the Vikings, before the Romans. It's had royal extensions, it's seen battles. There was a siege during the Civil War where it changed hands quite a few times. It's been a prison, it's been a barracks. It was bombarded from the sea during World War I. Basically, it's taken everything that's been chucked at it and it's still standing proud, staring out to sea and looking magnificent. And if that's not the most Scarboroughian thing ever, I don't know what is.
speaking of all things naval, over in Peasant Park, there's one of the world's longest running shows. Did you see it this summer? The Naval Warfare Show started in 1927, offering an exciting look at maritime battles in the past. That's incredible as well, if you think about it. Historical Society is 100 years old in a few years, and I bet they're planning a special event already.
Something else Scarborough has is an amazing fishing heritage. Lobster and herring fishing still goes on today, but they used to fish for tuna a fair bit as well. And in 1933, a fisherman called Lorenzo Mitchell Henry caught a tuna that still holds the record for the biggest caught in British waters. Know how much it weighed? Take a couple of seconds to have a guess. Go on, tell the person next to you. Anyone guess 60 stone? 11 pounds? If you did, you're bang on.
Lots of famous people have visited Scarborough over the years. Some of them have loved it so much they've ended up staying. Anne Bronte, youngest of the Bronte sisters, she loved it here. Wilfred Owen, the war poet, he came here a fair few times. Hulk came here this year. They played at the Open Air Theatre, which, since we're bragging, is the largest one in Europe. Elton John's played it. He has. Lionel Richie. Yep. Britney, Kylie, Blondie. Last New Year, we even had a Norse god. We did. There's videos of him wandering about near the harbour. Thor, the Norse god of thunder, turned up. Obviously, he was disguised disguised as a horse at the time, because why wouldn't you? It was brilliant to see him. I wanted to chat to him, but we weren't allowed to get that close. I think gods can be a bit touchy in sea mammal form. Anyway, the fireworks got cancelled, so we left.
History rich and filled with interesting characters. It's really no wonder one of the most popular writers in the country made Scarborough his home. Sir Alan Ayckbourn had been telling brilliant stories here for over 60 years. His plays at Stephen Joseph Theatre have also helped put Scarborough on the map, and considering how much else there is here, we might need a bigger map. This place is full of wonderment, of stories told and stories yet to be told.
What will your Scarborough story be?
Whether it's a visit to a fair, a theatre, or a park, or a beach, a trip to the aquarium top, to look at the art in St. Martin's,
Or even just a donkey ride, a postcard, and a stroll along the pond. Whatever's going on in the world, you can always get a welcome in Scarborough.
it's been that way for centuries, and it will be the same for centuries to come. It's honest, it's decent, it's spectacular, it's waves crashing against the seawall, it's fish and chips, the best fish and chips. It's the Spar Orchestra, the last seaside orchestra in the UK, playing your favourite tune, the music carried by the wind, faster than seagulls down the prom. It's the sun shining across the bay, it's crashing waves, it's sand between your toes,
It's bracing.
it's breathtaking, it's brilliant, it's home. Welcome to Scarborough